This is what you do in PTSD recovery right here. Yeah. It didn't really take that long. Well, doing that, obviously, but it is absolutely true with your that right there, your pelvis right in here, right up in here, pelvis muscle. It's a major area for attention in PTSD. Seriously. And this is, I just started doing it when seriously. It's unbelievable. And you really enjoy it. I mean, I started doing yoga poses. And you'll enjoy it, seriously. It's so key. Martial arts are so key to the mind. Seriously. And you won't believe how much faster and the type of burst you have. Put that way. Linebackers, middle linebackers. And this was told to me by a guy that was working for Chip Smith, whom I got to get in touch with soon, because I told him, Isaac Nada, I believe, did work. Anyway, he knows Jay and Isaac know, Jay's father, and Isaac know. Isaac was a tight end at Georgia and played in the NFL. Keep me coming in my life. He did when I really needed it. Both are extremely Christian, but great guys. Anyway, so, but Chip Smith trained Champ Bailey. I used to be a former client of mine when I used to do DVD duplication a long time ago. Thanks, Steve Jobs. I know you didn't like DVDs. I did. I guess I did. Anyway, but anyway, Champ Bailey, Brian Urlacher, Jared Allen, and anyway, Chip told me, he said Champ Bailey is the greatest athlete I will ever see in my life. He said he came and worked for me, and he said he blew away the long jump. Anyway, so I met a guy out once when I used to party a long time ago, but he told me my favorite football player of all time I talked to last year, number 35, the Liberian Dream, tackling machine, as I like to say. Anyway, I talked to Rennie Curran, one of my heroes, and for about an hour last year I reached out to him, and he's a keynote speaker now. And Rennie was 197 tackles. He still has the Gwinnett County tackling record. I'm sure he does. Anyway, I commented on his LinkedIn post a couple weeks ago, something or whatever. Rennie put up a picture of his Brookwood, and I watched that damn. I never forget. My good friend Wade Whitehead, he was like, dude, I heard this guy is fast as shit, man. And I'll never forget, I was down seeing my girlfriend in Florida State. Oh, we were down at Tallahassee in this bar, and I said, this dude, it was the 6th game against Vanderbilt. I told Rennie this on the phone. I said, I was with my girlfriend in a bar. I said, watch this. They're going to put this guy in the game. And they needed something to pick up the team. Why he didn't start prior to that, I don't know. But they put Rennie in that damn game. I believe it was either 08, 07 or 8. I said, watch this guy. I believe Rennie made the tackle in the game. And he's a freshman All-American, a 2-time All-American, led the SEC in tackles from then on out. But Rennie, is undersized as far as shortness, but he wasn't undersized as far as build goes. But I should have said this to begin with, I met a guy that was working for Chip Smith, and I love talking to those guys. Who doesn't like talking with elite athletes, people that train elite athletes? And this guy was telling me, he was telling me about Rennie, and he said, dude, what those football players do is they pick their foot up and they shove it down like that. And that comes from right in there, but you got to be relaxed. That's your psoas muscle. I did it by myself with no professional help. They pay elite trainers hundreds of thousands of dollars. I did it by myself. and it came from martial arts. I ain't kidding you. And I was hitting an 8-iron 180 yards plus, and I had hit a golf ball in 19 months. It's from that right there. And if you're a private school, you want to win the state championship, bam, that's it right there. Because eventually they get a hold of one of my blogs messages, everybody in the state's gonna be doing it. Watch. That's elite. It's elite. It builds that right up under here, right up under your leg, and it opens that gets in that psoas muscle, which is basically I can't remember it's a nickname to it, that they call it. It's the key. But again, elite athletes, some of them can't get to it, but that's the key. That's one of the keys ways you can get to it, is that very stretch. And doing them from side to side, there's martial arts horse poses. And but there's something about PTSD, absolutely, that it gave me the ability to, because PTSD locks you so much. That's why you got to do this so much if you get injured. And that's part of the problem. But I don't think there's any doubt that it gave me the ability to be to stabilize myself. So I do think it's given me some rare abilities in that sense. But it's also taken 16 darn months of just ridiculously doing this, probably at times too much, because it locks every area in your body. And again, look it up. I'm not kidding you. They're athletic, elite athletes pay trainers like my friend Chip Smith, Competitive Edge Sports. Actually, it's no longer Competitive Edge Sports. I think it's Chip Smith Sports Performance. One of the coolest guys I've ever met in my life. He's awesome. I tried to call him last year, but I just got hijacked from. I just had to dedicate myself. There was too much. Like talking to Rennie, I just was like, "Would you want to come? If I can get us in, would you want to be a keynote speaker to some of these?" Just trying to broaden my kind of business development with my software development. I couldn't do it. It was too much, and I needed to be more convergent thinking, as they say, like Steve Jobs. But I'm glad that I did all that, because I've got it all archived, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of folders of best practices and stuff. Like Rennie's mom was a nurse, and Rennie at times had to give up his bed because they were. I watched that special so many times because my sister was a nurse, and I told him about my sister's death, and Rennie listened. It was really nice. And his mom's a nurse, and they would these people were getting killed in Liberia. His parents immigrated from there, and he gave up so many times he gave up his bed and stuff. And Rennie is literally one of those guys. Even Bob Sherritt up there at Competitive. That's how I got in, or that's how I got referred. My friend Bob Sherritt, he was a video guy, and I just kept asking him. I was like, "Is Rennie up there training for the combine?" And he said, "Rennie's not here yet, man." But when he gets there, it was like, and he told them all this. So Rennie knew, and I was coming. Of course, I was just blown away. But anyway, Rennie taught me football, and but at any rate, that right there is such a key stretch for PTSD and mental health in general. If you go into a martial arts studio or whatever, they're so calm. Because it's all about the nervous system. You can't move you have to. If you get mad in a fight, you're gonna get annihilated. I mean, your punches aren't gonna go anywhere. It's the truth. But at any rate, I just encourage people to do that, because it's and you can argue because and I can do all kinds of yoga stuff that is really advanced, but I concentrate kind of anyway. But I hope people start doing that in all mental health, because it's unbelievable what it does to your body. And like I said, I have not lifted besides a 6-pound. I had to back off for like the fifth or sixth time in weight training, and my body's just not ready because this hand. And literally, I'm in the best shape I've ever been in my life. My muscles are. You can see it in my pictures. I mean, you can see it. It's crazy. It's insane. And there's evidence there. And my neurologist has seen the MRIs, or seen MRIs that shows it. The advanced image. I mean, it's I think it's painfully obvious that we need to be teaching, if you have severe PTSD, that you can in fact be stronger because of it. There's scientific evidence of it. If you've had it severely, like myself, and but it takes a tremendous amount of dedication, and you have so many ups and downs, and it's ridiculous the amount of fatigue that you go through. But if this helps one person, that'll make me feel better. And I know it's already helped people, because people have taken to me and a lot of times, but it's taught me so much. Real life use case of it. It's just the same. It sucks. I really feel really bad for people that have they've lost a limb or something, because that in itself causes hypervigilance, and then it's your whole body, and this is an ailment. It's been an ailment. I've really been kind of disabled twice. So I hadn't been able to type because it would hurt for a long time. Luckily, the last month, I've been able to type, but I can't do it 8 hours a day, like I want to for coding. That's why I've concentrated so much on my writing, which, at times I can't believe how well it comes out of me. It's crazy. But, it's great. LinkedIn's fantastic for it, for uploading stuff like this. And there's so many people that are there's so much research and stuff that studies and evidence, along with AI, that's being done right now in neuroscience, and it's all over. I've met people already on LinkedIn. It's a great platform for it. Unfortunately, Facebook and Instagram were not, and that's not. I really don't think that was. And I don't think that was. I can't blame Mark Zuckerberg. That's where it got started. That's where my progress started, because I started watching all these inspirational videos. But he can't control what other people are doing, doxing and whatnot, and it's just a shame. People are going to be people who you are, so don't self-validate yourself. That's why I brought it down. It's ridiculous what happened. But I'll speak in that due time. But right now I'm concentrated on myself, but I recommend that to anybody right there. It's so great for your for those areas in your pelvis, and as a man, and I think even women, it's great for your sex life. It's the truth. Anyway, thanks for listening.